The piece I'd like to talk with you about now is called Vintage Tales. It begins with a sawmill tailing. Now, what's a sawmill tailing, you ask? Well, a sawmill tailing is what remains behind after the log is run through the sawmill to remove the outer bark before it gets formed into the boards that you would buy at your local improvement or lumber store. These sawmill tailings are from the early logging days in the upper Midwest that ended in the mid-1920s. They've actually been preserved in rich tannin water, lake water, for almost 100 years. When you look at the tailings, you will notice on some of them there's etchings and there may be some color changes to the wood. Those are all natural. I did not add anything. I only sealed them to preserve them. Now the fish that are on the sawmill tailings, as well as in the shadow boxes, and as well as my fiber dragonflies, are created with a special process that I use that combines paper with fabrics into a new fabric that I can actually stitch. And some of the materials that I use are quite interesting. I use vintage laces that I maybe even have hand dyed. I use hand-painted pages. They may be book pages, they may be old musical scores. I also will hand-paint the recycled insides of those security envelopes that your bills come in because they have really cool patterns. I will use those. I will use batik cottons because I like how many color variations that they will have. I've even used silk ties, and you'll see that one in a piece called School Tales that's in the exhibit. Those are just a few of the materials I use. So when you go and look, really compare all the fish in the dragonfly, and you'll be kind of amazed at how different. There's some that are really traditional fish, and there's some that are a little bit more funky. So whatever your gentle spirit likes.